Hey y'all, I'm back. Tom from Tom's Honest Tips. We're going to talk about the ASUS TUF Gaming monitor, and this is specifically the VG27AQ3A model. Take note of that, alright? VG27AQ3A. So what's it got to offer? Well, firstly, I'd like to ask you to leave a like and a sub. Helps us out a lot. So, again, what's this monitor got to offer? It's reasonably affordable and fairly priced for what you get. At the moment, this monitor costs around $230-ish. So this is a 27-inch monitor which uses an IPS panel. It's not curved, it's flat. It gets a screen resolution of 2560 by 1440, which is 2K or 1440p in simpler gamer terms. I personally like this resolution because it makes things much sharper. And, I wouldn't really recommend any resolution lower than 1440p for monitors over 27 inches in size because it doesn't look nice. Now, I made a mistake. Did I say it uses an IPS panel? Well, I'd like to say I'm sorry because it actually uses a fast IPS panel. But what's the difference between the two? Well, one's faster than the other. Duh, thanks Captain Obvious. Now, jokes aside, there's not a whole lot of difference apart from faster response times, but if this monitor did use a regular IPS panel, I'm pretty sure it would be a little bit cheaper. Maybe not that much, but probably just a little bit more cheaper. Anyhow, with this fast IPS panel, we can expect lower response times compared to regular IPS. Now, I know that the product listing advertises or claims that the monitor is capable of a 1 millisecond response time, which is kind of true, but it's not exactly true. When it comes to this monitor's fast IPS panel, you can expect a true average response time of, let's say, around 3 to 4 milliseconds, which is pretty cool, and it's also more than enough for fast-paced shooters and whatnot. But what's a low response time gonna do if you have the most basic refresh rate ever, 60 Hz? Okay, no, I'm just kidding. This monitor does not cap out at 60 Hz. This monitor gets refresh rates as high as 180 Hz over DisplayPort and 144 Hz over HDMI. This means you get much smoother gameplay since high refresh rates provide much more fluid motions and, well, just everything just looks much smoother. And obviously, this also doesn't just apply to games, it also applies to general usage. Browsing, scrolling, moving around in your desktop, everything feels much smoother, much better, less jittery. It's basically just that much better. So, high refresh rates, low response times, relatively speaking, and a high screen resolution. That's cool and all, but you're seeing all those yucky screen tears. Not a fun time. I mean, sure, it doesn't happen so much, but it happens enough that you notice it and you just cringe. Thankfully, you don't really have to go through that anymore. This monitor has both AMD FreeSync Premium and G-Sync compatibility, as well as Adaptive Sync, which reduces or even eliminates screen tearing. That's good stuff. It's also got loads of other goodies like VRR and ELMV Sync, which should further elevate your experience. So let's talk about the ports now. This monitor has two HDMI 2.0 ports, one DisplayPort 1.4 port, and one 3.5mm audio out port. No more, no less, just those simple ports. Just as simple as scanning this QR code or clicking on the link in the description below if you want to check this product out. It won't hurt checking it out, so go ahead, check it out. Anyway, it's Tom. It's been great talking to you. Have an awesome day.